This Super Formula Lights run was a 4-race event at Sportsland Sugo. For round 10, Yuto Nomura stormed to pole position with a new track record. Second on the grid was Filipino high school driver Zach David. And third was Yuki Sano from Tongs. Round 10 was contested over 26 laps. Nomura had a good start and so had Sano, who moved up to second heading into turn 1 as David was a bit slow to get off his grid position. Kobayashi followed in third, and behind him David and Frederick battled for fourth. On lap 2, Frederick dropped back in his fight with David, allowing Masson to move up to 4th position. Kobayashi gradually fell behind the top 2, with several cars crowding behind him. In the masterclass, Imada built a large lead, escaping from his pursuers. Race leader Nomura entered the final stage of the race with a 2.7 second lead over second place Sano. Without relinquishing the lead even once, Nomura went into the final lap to take the checkered flag. Coming home second was Sano. In the masterclass, Imada achieved his second victory of the season with a pole-to-win drive. With this win, Nomura extended his championship lead over Sano to 4 points, becoming the sole points leader. Nomura also secured pole position for round 11. Sano was second, and David followed in third. Round 11 was a 19-lap race. The two front row cars both had a good start, with Nomura keeping the lead ahead of Sano going into turn 1. But battling for third, there was contact between Masson and David, with both of their cars suffering damage. Nomura and Sano finished the opening lap by a narrow margin. However, the race had to get briefly neutralized with the safety car to recover Masson's machine. The restart came on lap 7, and Sano closed in behind Nomura. Sano tried to use the slipstream to overtake, but Nomura successfully defended at turn 1 to keep the lead. Meanwhile, in the masterclass, Imada closed in on leader Shimizu, and on lap 16, he successfully took the top spot. Leader Nomura allowed Sano to close in during the latter stage of the race, but he managed to hold on and finish with a margin of about 1 second. This meant that Nomura secured 2 consecutive victories at Sugo on Saturday, extending his winning streak to 5 wins since the Okayama round. In the masterclass, Imada took the checkered flag once again. Nomura achieved another pole-to-win victory and extended his points lead over Sano to 8 points. Following Nomura and Sano, Furutani finished in 3rd place. A slightly overcast sky greeted the drivers for the 19-lap round 12 battle on Sunday. The front row was unchanged from the previous round, with Nomura and Sano lining up side by side. Third on the grid was Kobayashi from Toms. Lights out for round 12. Nomura got off to another great start, with Sano holding second. Kobayashi and Masson battled for third, but Kobayashi managed to hold the position. In the midfield, Mitsui from Delightworks spun out and made contact with Urabe. Urabe suffered damage from the contact and had to hit in to replace his nose cone. It looked like a repeat of round 10 as Nomura built a 2.4 second margin by lap 5. But shortly after lap 10, Sano's pace began to outpace the one of Nomura. A close fight ensued in the closing stage of the race when the gap between the top two fell below 1 second. Nomura kept the lead without making any mistakes. Sano pushed fiercely, but in the end, Nomura held on by only half a second to take the win. In the Masterclass, Imada dominated with a large lead over Shimizu, securing an impressive third consecutive victory. Although he allowed Sano to close in, Nomura's third win of the weekend meant he extended his points lead over Sano to 11 points. Kobayashi completed the podium in third. The final battle of the 4-race event was round 6, and it was the postponed race that was originally scheduled to be held at Autopolis. Nomura, aiming for his fourth consecutive win of the weekend, starts from pole position once again. Sano, wanting to get one back on Nomura, lined up in second, and in third followed Furutani. It's the final race of the Sugo weekend. Nomura got off to another great start. Sano's acceleration was even better. The two were side by side entering turn 1, but Nomura defended the lead fiercely. Furutani followed in third, holding off Kobayashi. At turn 3, Mitsui moved up to 4th position. Nomura, Sano, Furutani, Mitsui, Kobayashi and Urabe formed the top 6 on the opening lap. Sano had been battling Nomura for the lead since the start of the race. On lap 7, he was penalized with a 5-second time penalty for moving his car while the red signal was still on at the start. Behind the top 3, Mitsui and Kobayashi were locked in a close battle while Masson closed in on Urabe. In the middle of the race, Sano closed the gap to 4/10 behind Nomura, but Nomura showed no weakness. On lap 13, Kobayashi closed in on Mitsui, but he couldn't take the position. Nomura delivered a flawless drive without a single error, securing his 4th consecutive victory at Sugo. This extended his winning streak since Yokoyama round to now 7. Sano finished second, building a 5.9 second gap over third place Furutani. Meanwhile, in the Masterclass, Imada also secured his 4th consecutive victory. Nomura overcame the pressure and is now leading the championship with an impressive 14-point advantage. Will Sano mount a counterattack at the next round at Fuji Speedway?